Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Real Sports Talk, home of the realest sports talk. I'm your host, Run It Up Ru. Dallas ends in a tie with the Green Bay Packers, 40-40. A lot to take away from this game, a lot of mixed emotions, but we're going to get into all that and more right after this. Let's go. So the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers lived up to the hype. It was definitely a great game, a lot to take away. Offensively, I'm just going to jump straight into it. I want this to be a long video. Offensively, first of all, I had to rewatch the game once I got off. I got off around 11 o'clock last night, so Eastern time. So, um, by the time I got home, it was pretty much end of third quarter, start of the fourth quarter. Now, I had been watching the game at work, but doing my job, some plays I missed. So I came home and rewatched it. So I'm giving you this take after rewatching the game. Um, Offensively, we struggled a little bit. I think Shoddy was hesitant in the first quarter from that pass rush. And, if we could have just uh made it happen, score some points on that one of the first two drives in the long run, probably could have helped us a lot. And this game probably wouldn't have ended up in a tie. But I think he was more concerned about that pass rush, keeping that clean, and us trying to, start off, not giving them, you know, a lot of momentum. But with that being said, I thought we ran the ball good. Dak Prescott right now is playing at an MVP level. You can't tell me different. With CD Lamb out, with my defense looking how it's looking, our number one weapon gone. We were able to put 40 points up tonight, ladies and gentlemen, and I think that can't be understated against the NFL's ranked number one defense. You know what I'm saying? With Micah Parsons just added to it, and now this is a championship defense. We just hung 40 points. They had a healthy roster on that side. We didn't have all our guys on our offensive side. They came into this game after losing to the Cleveland Browns, so they should have been hungry for this win. Micah Parsons coming home. He had registered one sack, and it was when Dak tried to evade and run for that touchdown in the fourth quarter. And it was for 0 yards. So statistically, he gained a sack, but it didn't bring any consequences as far as yardage, field position. So I just think offensively, we came and we did our jobs. Now, if I had to critique one thing about Shoddy is, yes, he is by far bringing a completely new offense to the table, one that Mike McCarthy couldn't dream of in his sleep, right? He's doing a lot of different things, but what the question I would have for Shoddy is, what is our identity? Because I've seen us not only on, situational downage, short downage, we're trying to pass the ball, but we get into the goal, the red zone, and we're not running the ball. I thought we were supposed to be this physical team, not finesse. I thought we were supposed to be a physical team. So I want to see us run the ball more. Look, Javante is running through guys. He's not running away from guys. Okay, so when we get in the short yardage, when we get into the red zone, I want to run that rock, baby. I want to run the rock. And I also want to get my tight ends involved. Now, I want to get my tight ends involved in the red zone. If you look around the league, everybody's scoring with their tight ends. Not only their premier tight end, they're scoring with their secondary tight end. Like, come on. This offense, although it's coming along and it is the leader of this team right now because the defense can't stop anything for the most part. I think there's still room to grow. I don't think we're at our ceiling at all when it comes offensively. Dak is playing great. Um, I like that he ran. I like that he got a rushing touchdown. I like to see that. Um, this whole season, he's been showing me that he still can be evasive. He still can get out the pocket and he can do some things with his legs. So I like that even more. I want him to continue that. But we need to find a secondary running back for this offense because we're only one injury away with Javonte Williams, and then we're screwed. We're running the ball really good right now, but you can even see him and say when he runs, you'd be like, damn, if we could just really pair him with an elusive back, this run game could even go up another notch. So offensively, I feel like, and CD Lamb is out, right? Pickens just showed you tonight that he's a number one. You know what I mean? So this offense has not reached its full potential yet. We haven't had both our wide receivers and Javonte paired with another running back that's elusive, can get that breakaway speed, home run ability. If we can get that going, if we can, hey, bring Jadon Blue up. Let's see if he's really ready to, you know what I'm saying? Because what we're asking of him is different. We're not asking him to come in and be the number one back, take on the pass blocking and all that right now. But if we need to have an explosive run and we need to run, throw him in there and let's see what the young boy can do. I don't want this to be a Tony Pollard situation where we keep him on the shelf for longer than we need to. And then by the time we dust his ass off, it's time for him to get paid and we adios out the door, or franchise tagging and all that bullshit. I don't want to do that. I want to see what we got now. We need to be playing these young guys offensively and for damn sure defensively. And we're going to get into that. But offensively, we need to play some of these young guys. We need to get some of these younger, different guys. And Tolbert, man, hats off to Tolbert with that catch on the sideline. That was beautiful because not only was he showing focus, he came back for the ball. He came back for that ball. That was beautiful. Shouts out to Dak for getting it up, and shouts out to him for making the play, right? It's sad that we didn't execute enough in that red zone and get that touchdown. We had to kick a field goal. But nevertheless, shouts out to Tolbert for making that play because I've been wanting to see more of Flournoy and Brooks and guys like that. But Tolbert made a play, and he's good for 1 or 2 plays a game. You know what I mean? He's not your number one, he's not your number 2, but he can be a surprising number 3. So offensively, yeah, just to recap, I just feel like we haven't reached our full potential. Offensively, I think Shoddy is still, he's every week I feel like he's getting better. I think he's, realizing how to utilize the weapons and what he has. I think he's starting to realize, like, hey, I have to be more aggressive because, hey, you've seen Green Bay go for it once or twice on 4th down. I don't think we did that once. And if we're going to be a tough physical team, if you're going to look at Philly in the division, they keep their guys on the field to, hey, make a play. You know what I'm saying? Make a play when needed. The drive doesn't have to go right every time. Just because you get the 4th down don't mean you have to punt the ball. If it's less than 5 yards, I'm highly thinking about, and the field is just right. I'm definitely thinking about going for it. Hey, get out my blinds. I'm definitely thinking about going for it. So Shoddy, he's getting better week by week. He's honing in the kind of head coach he wants to be, the kind of play caller he wants to be, who he can lean on in certain moments. You getting all that from Shoddy. So, I do understand. You messing me up. Go. Get out my go lay down. Go lay down. Sorry, dog. Yeah, so he's definitely getting better day by day. I will say that. Offensively, is there anything else I want to bring up? Penalties. Still want to see that cleaned up a little bit more. I thought my offensive line held up pretty good for the most part. Nate, he came out there and did great. Nate Thomas. I seen him stand up Micah Parsons by himself too. By himself, locked his ass up. So I love to see that. Uh and yeah, so just yeah. I think this offense hasn't reached its full potential. Um, Once we get CD Lamb back, if we can, get a secondary running back in here, more elusive, more explosive, um, I think this offense could just take off. I really do. I think we can score with anybody. Like I said, Dak is playing at an MVP level, and shouts out to him. And I think Shoddy is realizing that you can put Dak in certain situations and he's still going to, come out 9 times out of 10, the winner in that situation. Um, and football is such a team sport. Too many years in the past, people have been saying like, "Oh, Dak has not been able to get it done. Dak has not been able to get it done." But it's hard to have cohesion in this league. So it's like, you got the peanut butter but no jelly. You know what I'm saying? Dak is balling, my defense is trash. Dak is doing good. My head coach can't get out his way. And then I'm talking about prior administration, not right now. Um, Play calling couldn't get out of his way. So I don't think Dak has ever really had a year where everything just fully clicked. And this is definitely not that season. But what you're seeing from Dak is maturation, is growth. You know what I mean? It's not phasing him. Certain things, I've seen it all. I've been here before. And I think watching success come from people who's not been in the league as long as him in his own division, has, and having a child and getting married and all those things, like, it changes a person. And I feel like Dak is on another level right now. So that's how I feel about it offensively. Um, just going off the dome right here. Uh defensively. Defensively, it's the same woes. It's the same woes. Um, you know, Diggs, I think he played his probably the best game of his season so far tonight. He didn't start, right? So I think he had something to prove. Um, Elam, no, he's not the answer. He's not the answer. He's getting cooked. I don't want to hear about, oh, what he did for me in preseason or what he's done for me in practice during the offseason. I don't care about that. There's enough film out here on tape to show that he needs to be sat down. He does not need to be starting for me against the Jets next week. That's my humble opinion. Y'all, let me know in the comment section if you feel the same way. Um, Defensively, wow. Uh, Maris Leofow. I've been asking for Maris Leofow, and I was listening to my guy talk after the game last night, on this YouTube. Shout out to Law. Listening to him, and he was right when it came to Maris Leofow. Now the penalty, there's no excuse for it, but had it been a bang bang play, maybe that flag doesn't get blown. I didn't like the play. I thought the flag was warranted. I thought he was way too late, and the whole thing was just unnecessary. With that being said, I'm not ready to hang the young man out. He needs more playing time. He needs more playing time. Um, it, Jack Sanborn is not getting it done. Murray, not getting done. He's good when it comes to coming downfield, run gaps, and stuff like that. But coverage, these two guys are extreme liabilities. The middle of the field is just open season. And we need to play these young guys. We need to go ahead and spend some of this money that we have and go and get some guys. I don't know why the hell we haven't gone and got Gilmore yet. I don't understand that. Elam is not playing up to tone. If we had Gilly out there, Gilly is not getting smoked like that. Gilly is not getting smoked like that. Why? Why? Why must we keep Elam in the game? Why can't we spend some bread? That's what is so frustrating about this franchise. It's like during the game, you could see it in Jerry Jones and the rest of those guys in that suite, in that box. You could see it on their faces. They see exactly what we're seeing. But somehow during the week, they lie to themselves and make themselves believe that we have the answers in-house. We don't. Don't tell me about Overshown coming back. This is his second injury to his knee. Granted, it's a different knee, but damn it, that's that any better? Is that any better? We don't know the kind of player he's coming back to be. He's already susceptible to being injured. We already see that. He has an injury history. He has not been able to finish a season. We need a guy. We need another running back. Hello. If you're not going to put the young man in, go get somebody. We're light years behind the Philadelphia Eagles. We're light years behind a lot of teams when it comes to that, when it comes to identifying what we need and how to go get it. These guys are such great businessmen. Why can't they go get somebody? Why can't we identify a trade that works out for us, get us what we need right now, and say to hell with those picks? Give me some proven commodity. The way Dak is playing right now, if he had even a half of a better defense, if they played halfway better, this team would be damn near unstoppable. Understand, we don't play a Jordan Love. We don't play a Green Bay Packers. We don't play a Philadelphia Eagles, even though we play them twice a year. We don't play them every week. Not every team we're going up has the capability to score 40 points. We score 40 points and end in a tie. We score 40 points. We should be walking away with a dub. We should be walking away with a win. Hands down. No problems. No questions asked. You score 40 points in the NFL, you should be walking away with a win. It's not us who should have our heads down after this tie. It should be the Green Bay Packers. They came in with that highly ranked defense. They came in rolling on offense. We were the ones 7-point underdogs. Understand, this video is not a woe is me. This is a wake the fuck up, Jerry. This is a wake up, Dallas. This is a wake up, nation. We are better than the media is telling us we are. We hung 40 points on a defense that is supposed to be ranked number 1. You can't tell me shit. Talk to me about improvement. Talk to me about identifying our needs. Talk to me about that. Don't talk to me about the hype. Yo, every time you hear Jerry talk in this media, we got the highest paid quarterback on the game. Don't tell me about that man paycheck and you just saved X amount of money by shipping the fucking best player on this team off. Don't tell me about Dak Prescott money anymore. You got money in the bank and we got holes on this roster. What are you going to do to fill them? You're not only the owner, but you're the damn general manager. Act like it. Because if you look at statistically where he ranks as a general manager, he should be where we're ranked defensively right now. Dead last. He don't make no movement. And that's not enough for me. I'm not about to get too hyped on this video. I promise y'all. But what I will say is that this team is not as bad as the media will have you believe. Okay? Sit down and look at the film yourself. Did we record a sack? I'm not even sure. But I did see Ezaraku getting better week by week, figuring out who he is as a pass rusher. He's coming. Give him some time, ladies and gentlemen. He's coming. I'm seeing James Houston affect the damn game. We need more James Houston. We need to sit Dante Fowler ass down. Okay? And I'm like, this defense is not as bad as we've been playing. The secondary is, but this defensive line, this pass rush, isn't as bad as this league is making it seem. Are we getting home? Are we registering sacks? No, we're not. But what we are is young. So we only have room to grow. But what we're not young at is on the back end. Those guys need to go. We need to look at that safety position. Isn't there a Justin Simmons or somebody? Isn't there a premier safety sitting out there too? Y'all let me know in the chat. Y'all let me know in the comment section. What positions are you identifying this team needs defensively and offensively? Leave it in the comment section for me. Where do you see Jerry realistically? Do you feel Jerry could go out and make some things happen? If I had to tell you right now, it would be a linebacker, a cornerback, and this is in no specific order because I would go corner before linebacker. And a running back. Those are the three areas, really. I feel like if we went out and got some guys who can come in and do some things for us this season, don't talk to me about the salary cap and 2028 and all that. Don't tell me about that. I'm talking about right now, the window that we got right now with this runner, this MVP candidate at quarterback that we playing with right now. Talk to me about that. This team is not as bad as the media will have you believe. And if you believe that, if you honestly are looking at your team and saying we're terrible as a team, no. We're terrible in the secondary. We're terrible in our defensive awareness. I'm and this is let's talk about Eberflus real quick. Let's talk about Eberflus. My concern with Eberflus is this. He's supposed to be some defensive genius, right? He's supposed to be some linebacker guru. My linebackers are playing atrocious. Jack Sanborn is a product of his making. He's followed him from Chicago. He's in the middle of this defense wearing the dot because he's supposed to be able to get people lined up where they need to be and also be able to do his damn job. He is a liability in coverage, and he ain't giving me enough in run stops, in run fits. He's slow to the ball. And before anybody in this comment section tell me that he led the team in tackles last night, fine. He might have done that. In this defense, before I say the punchline, this defense, Eberflus's defense, the linebackers is supposed to be the studs. The linebackers are the workhorse of this defense. They're supposed to be. So to tell me that he had the most tackles on the team last night is great. But if we started to look at the depth of average yards of tackle, like where he actually initiated that tackle at, terrible. Terrible. He's chasing people from behind and tackling them. They're about to do the juke to try and get past the safety and tackle him. These guys are ripping off, little dump out passes. Little dump passes is going for 15, 16 chunk yards. You can't have that. You can't have that. You can't have that. So if he's this guru, why isn't he fixing this? Why am I not getting more Mir Sleafau? Why am I not getting more Shamar James, or whatever his name is? James, number 50. I like him. He's young. He'll make some mistakes. We already making fucking mistakes. Let the young guys make the mistakes. Stop giving these veterans who's supposed to be in there being productive excuses. That's the thin line right there, ladies and gentlemen. If you're a vet, it's excuses. If you're young, you're learning. Okay, so if we're gonna look like shit, at least allow the young pup to get the burn. Come on. What are we doing? What are we doing? Let's get to this deep in the secondary. Malik Hooker, not the answer. Dono, not the answer. We need an upgrade in safeties. Let's call it how it is. The Dallas Cowboys have never really, done much with the safety position. They've never really fully invested in that safety position. I mean, we've had problems with that safety position for years. Come on, anybody in this nation knows we've had problems with that safety position for years. Now, yeah, it hasn't been a highlight of any problems in the recent years, thank God, but it's rearing its ugly head right now. It's rearing its ugly head right now. So, yeah, all I can say is if Eberflus is some genius, if he's some linebacker guru, then why are they looking how they looking? If Sanborn is supposed to know this defense, why is he looking like he's looking? He is literally a liability. So we need to make changes. And that's not sitting Diggs for the first, not allowing him to start. That's not making changes. That's bullshit. We need him out there on the field. We need him out there on the field. That's bullshit. You want to make changes, get Sanborn off the field. Get Murray off the field. Get Leafau on the field. Get James on the field. Get Marquise Bell on the field. I'm trying to think of my other man's Wanye. Get Wanye on the field. That's how you make changes. We put 40 points up. We should have won the game. 40 points. Only the offense and special teams tied. The defense lost another week. They allowed 40 points. We've allowed 30 points or more every game this season. Don't tell me they tied. They lost again. Any more time on that clock, and I don't think we stop the Packers from scoring. Let's be honest. Because if they had any more sense of urgency on that final drive, once they got to that red zone, any more urgency, got to the lineup any faster than they did, they might have been able to run another play before they kicked the field goal. And I don't know if Dallas was good enough to stop them last night. Oh, I know. No, they were not good enough to stop them. So the football god said, Dallas, you did enough offensively, but because you refuse to make the correct and proper changes defensively, you will not win this game. We're going to give it a tie. And it is up to you to see what you do and how you move to see if this tie will benefit you in the long run. Let's get to that. It's a tie. It's neither ugly right now or pretty. But it will turn into something eventually. So if we don't come out with the sense of urgency to correct these problems, it's only going to get uglier, okay? And when we are starting to look at when we needed that win against the Green Bay Packers, we ended up in a tie. And because we didn't correct the changes that we needed sooner or fast enough, that tie was not able to help, because it can either help us or it can kill us later on. Understand that. Right now, it's neither pretty or ugly, but it will turn into something eventually. So, what I need from my Cowboys, what I need from my not my Cowboys, what I need from my owner slash general manager is some kahunas to change things up, switch it up, get on the phone, and start making this team better. You got the money, let's execute. And that's all I got, ladies and gentlemen. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comment section what are some things that you're identifying as some holes, and maybe a suggestion or two on how to fix them. It's my time. Once again, I appreciate everybody that rock with me. It's your boy Run It Up Ro. This is Real Sports Talk, home of the Real Sports Talk. And as always, I